focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty.
Shalawam Ahchwathyam. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in with your beautiful royal selves. Come on in, sisters. Come on in. Please, 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 as you come in, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Oh my goodness, Sister Lillian is here. Shalom, sister. Sister Johnny is here. Sister Ahab Karat is here. Sister Jeanette is here. Oh my goodness. So good to see you all, my sisters. Come on in. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button, hit that share, subscribe. If you haven't already done so, hit the notification bell. Let us get this royal tea party started. Come on in, Sister Jeanette, Sister Princess. Shalawam, shalawam. So good to see you all. Oh my goodness. You all are ready for this tonight, huh? I can tell you all are so excited about this topic tonight. Sister Crystal is here. Shalawam, shalawam. Oh my gosh. Well, we are going to just get started here. So before I go any further, as we do every single Sunday, let us first give a huge shout out, a big praise to the Almighty AHAYAH, AHAYAH. I am that I am, the God of the Hebrews and the Shebrews. Come on, let us give a huge shout out, a praise, a thank you, a thawada for allowing us this opportunity to get together again today, another Sunday, another first day of the week. So he brought us through this past week into a new week, and that is not to be taken lightly, right? So I'm just glad that we are here tonight. We've got a really, really, really important topic to discuss tonight. So let us just jump right in and get all of this housekeeping stuff out of the way. So I am your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, and I humbly thank you for joining me on this broadcast today. By the way, how was your week? How was your week? Talk to me. Talk to me. How was your week? I pray that you all had an amazing week, because I did. I had an amazing week, an amazing Shabbat. I have no complaints. I have no complaints. I am just blessed. Yes, yes, yes. Sister Lillian says, all praises to AHAYAH. Yes, ma'am. Yes, all praises to the Almighty. So before moving forward, let us get, like I said, get all of this housekeeping stuff out of the way. Let's talk about the disclaimers before moving forward, right? Let's talk about what tea time with Shebrew royalty is not. Tea time with Shebrew royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. We get it. We understand. Not a problem. It's okay. But if you happen upon this channel and you realize that you don't agree with our lifestyle, our beliefs, that's okay too. I encourage you to keep searching YouTube, and I'm sure that you will find your perfect cup of tea and your perfect flavor. You owe that to yourself. So just keep searching. But what I do ask is not that you not leave any negative or derogatory comments or statements in the chat box, because that would be distasteful. So we would really appreciate that, and we thank you in advance. Let's see what Lisa Hardiman is here. Shalawam, Lisa. And Jay. Nikki. All right. Sister Nikki is here. Sister Jazzy is here. All right. Oh my goodness. Everyone is showing up tonight. All praises. All praises. Is that Kiara? Is that Kiara? I see a Cat Banks. Shalawam, sis. Shalawam. Also, although I am a certified physician assistant and functional nutrition informed professional, what I will not be doing on this broadcast, I will not be utilizing this platform to diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. So if you are experiencing any medical problems whatsoever, please consult your healthcare practitioner. And the views that you will hear on this channel are the views of myself and my guest, and not that of any particular church or organization. Sister Alicia is here. Shalom, Sister Karama. Sister Zamar is here. Shalom. Oh my goodness. Thawada, you all for showing up tonight. Thawada for your support. One more thing, if you would like to be a guest on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty, please send me an email to shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com and include a brief description of your business, your product, your service, or a topic that you are interested in co-hosting. And I will put that information on the banner here for you. Give me just a minute. Here's my email. shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you so that we can brainstorm on how we can collaborate to help heal Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, which will ultimately contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. So please do send me an email with a description of your business, your product or service, or a topic that you are interested in co-hosting. Also, I would like to introduce my sponsor, Orderly Fashion 144, where you can shop for custom trends, designs, accessories, and apparel for the dapper and chic. So it's not just for the sisters, you all. This is also a place where the brothers can shop as well. And I am going to put their information up on the banner for you right now. So there we go. So there's a Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty discount for my guests. Be sure when you order to use that code, that discount code, which is Kuala, my name, QALA 15, to receive 15% off your purchases. Free shipping will also populate on orders of $70 or more. They are also looking for orderly fashion models that will purchase from the website and submit a full body photo wearing whatever apparel you purchased, and you can receive up to 35% off your orders and one free item per month. In order to do so, you must order at least 3 items monthly from the website. For more information, please send an email to info@orderlyfashion144.com. Please go and check them out. See what they have available. All right, let's take this down. And now we are going to talk about My Guardian Doc. Give me just a second to pull this video up here for you. All right, here we go.
Life can throw unexpected curveballs. When it comes to your family's health, you need someone in your corner. Introducing My Guardian Doc, your virtual medicine program provides compassionate medical guidance and world-class care around the clock. Within minutes, talk to a licensed physician. We are My Guardian Doc. All our doctors are guided by our Patient Safety and Care Equity Council, whose mission is to ensure you receive safe and equitable care. For just $27 per month, your entire household gains access to a team of dedicated medical professionals. Whether it's just sniffles or sneezes, medication refills, or a question about diagnosis or treatment, or the need to speak to a behavioral health specialist in the privacy of your home, no concern is too big or too small. My Guardian Doc is here to help you. No surprise fees, no hidden costs, just quality care when you need it most. With My Guardian Doc, for just $27 per month, your entire household's associated benefits include immediately lower micromort count, which is your 1 in a million chance of dying, on-demand access to doctors, reduce healthcare costs, improve healthcare outcomes, decreased visits to the hospital or emergency room, increase your lifespan, and gain peace of mind knowing your family's health is always protected. From urgent care, primary care, medical guidance, prescription discounts, hospital bill negotiation, and much more, My Guardian Doc is here for you every step of the way. Millions of people have expressed a need for My Guardian Doc. Join the fastest growing subscription service. Visit myguardiandoc.com to subscribe today, because your family's health deserves the best.
All right, so that was My Guardian Doc. My Guardian Doc. So for more information, please visit the website at www.myguardiandoc.com. And to sign up for coverage, you can find a subscription link for Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty viewers below the description box, in the description box just below this video. All right, let us keep it moving. Let us keep it moving, sisters. Who else is here? Who has joined us? Let us see who has joined us. Sister Ashley is here. Shalawam, sis. So good to see you. Good to see you. Once again, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope that you're wearing your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, or dress. And that being said, let's sip some tea and have healthy talk. Let's get this royal tea party started. Oh, all right, let us do this. So sisters, tell me, what is your cup of tea tonight, right? Because it wouldn't be tea time with Shebrew royalty without the tea. So what is your cup of tea tonight? Talk to me. So let's talk about my cup of tea. Tonight, my cup of tea is matcha green tea. I don't know if you can see from there. It looks kind of bluish on my my end, but in the cup, it's actually green. This is matcha green tea with oat milk and a little bit of honey, but it is, once again, very healthy, very delicious. And I want to show you a video. It's 4 evidence-based benefits of matcha tea by Healthline. So let's take a look at this video so we can learn about the health benefits of matcha green tea. Sister Jeanette says, ginger lemon kombucha, no tea tonight. All right, that's what I'm talking about. You've got your kombucha going. That is awesome. You know, in the corner right over there, you can't see it, but I actually have a kombucha bar going. So right now I have 3 5-gallon jugs of kombucha right over here on the bar. Just waiting. It's fermenting, and I am telling you, I am loving this kombucha. So Sister Ahab Karad says, I'm having toasted coconut and tangerine orange with honey and lemon juice. Oh my goodness. That sounds so good. I have to try that. Sister Esther says oolong tea. Sister Johnny says Ticino, dandelion, coconut, caramel nut. Y'all are so good. Oh my gosh, y'all are amazing with your healthy selves. Let me go ahead and pull up this video so we can watch this really quick and get this royalty party started. Let us do this. 4 evidence-based benefits of matcha tea.
Matcha has skyrocketed in popularity lately, with matcha shots, lattes, teas, and even desserts popping up everywhere from health food stores to coffee shops. Studies of matcha and its components have unearthed a variety of health benefits, and in this video we're looking at 4 of the best ones. Like green tea, matcha comes from the Camellia sinensis plant. However, farmers cultivate matcha by covering their tea plants for 20 to 30 days before harvest to avoid direct sunlight. This increases chlorophyll production, boosting the amino acid content and giving the plant a darker green hue. Once the tea leaves are harvested, the stems and veins are removed and the tea leaves are ground up into a powder that becomes matcha. And because matcha contains nutrients from the entire tea leaf, it results in a greater amount of caffeine and antioxidants than you typically find in a standard green tea. Okay, so the main benefit of matcha is that it's high in antioxidants. Matcha is rich in catechins, a class of plant compounds in tea that act as natural antioxidants. Antioxidants help stabilize harmful free radicals, which are compounds that can damage cells and cause chronic disease. So when you add matcha powder to hot water to make tea, the tea contains all the nutrients from the entire leaf. It will tend to have more catechins and antioxidants than simply steeping green tea leaves in water. In fact, by one estimate, the number of certain catechins in matcha is at least 3 times higher than most green teas, and up to 137 times higher than in one certain type of green tea in this study. So including matcha in your diet could increase your antioxidant intake, which could help protect against cell damage and definitely lower your risk of several chronic diseases. Number 2, it could help protect the liver. The liver is vital for health and plays a central role in flushing out toxins, metabolizing drugs, and even processing nutrients. Some studies have found that matcha may help protect the health of your liver. This study gave diabetic rats matcha for 16 weeks and found that it helped prevent damage to both the kidneys and liver. Another study gave 80 people with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease either a placebo or 500 milligrams of green tea extract daily for 90 days. Now, after 12 weeks, green tea extract significantly reduced liver enzyme levels, and elevated levels of these enzymes are a marker of liver damage. Lastly, an analysis of 15 studies found that drinking green tea was associated with a lower risk of liver disease. Now, this is just an association. It doesn't prove cause and effect. There could be other reasons why they observed this, but it's certainly promising. Number 3, it may improve cognitive performance. Some research shows that several components in matcha may help enhance cognitive function. One study in 23 people looked at how they performed on a series of tasks designed to measure cognitive performance. Some participants consumed either matcha tea or a bar containing 4 grams of matcha, while the control group consumed a placebo tea or bar, so a pretend matcha tea or bar. The researchers found that matcha caused improvements in attention, reaction time, and memory compared to that placebo. Matcha contains a more concentrated amount of caffeine than green tea, packing in 35 milligrams of caffeine per half teaspoon, about 1 gram of matcha powder. Now, multiple studies have linked caffeine consumption to improvements in cognitive performance, which would explain why it helps with cognitive function in the study I mentioned earlier. Matcha also contains a compound called L-theanine, which alters the effects of caffeine, promoting alertness and helping avoid the crash in energy levels that can follow caffeine consumption. Number 4, it could increase weight loss. Take a look at any weight loss supplement and there's a good chance you'll see a green tea extract listed in the ingredients. Green tea is known for its ability to enhance weight loss, at least slightly. Studies show that it may help speed up metabolism to increase energy expenditure and boost fat burning. Now, one small study showed that taking green tea extract during moderate exercise increased fat burning by 17%. Another study in 14 people found that taking a supplement containing green tea extract significantly boosted 24-hour energy expenditure compared to a placebo. This review of 11 studies also concluded that green tea has a small positive effect on reducing body weight and helping maintain weight loss. Just note, this effect is really minor, so it won't work miracles. In fact, it won't do much at all, but it is there. Although most of those studies focus on green tea extract rather than matcha, they both come from the same plant and have a very comparable nutrition profile. In fact, matcha is probably even better given its higher caffeine content. And of course, remember to combine matcha with a nutritious, lower calorie diet and active lifestyle to optimize weight loss. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative. Don't forget to subscribe to Healthline's Authority Nutrition YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button below this video.
That was awesome. That was very informative. Who drinks matcha green tea? Who drinks matcha green tea? Do you like it? I do. I love adding the milk and making it all frothy and stuff. But it's green tea. And as you heard, it's so healthy for you. So let's see who is here. Sister Lillian says, I've been having shots of your kombucha tea throughout the day. Awesome. You have to tell me what you think about it. What do you think about that kombucha? Hija de Zion, Shalawam familia. Good to see you. Good to see you, Hija. Good to see you, Shalawam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we have an amazing show planned, but let's talk a little bit about last week's show. Who was here for last week's show? Or who watched the recording of last week's show? What did you learn about coaching? It's growing on me. Sister Lillian says it's growing on me. That's awesome. I'm glad it's growing on you. Yeah, it's so healthy. It's so healthy. Who watched the recording or who was here live last week? Let me get a thumbs up if you watched the recording or if you were here last week. Were you inspired by last week's show about coaching? Did any of you know that there was so many different types of coaching? I think there were 31. Oh my goodness. So were you motivated to seek out a coach to help you achieve any of your goals? Was it motivating for that? Or were you inspired to consider becoming a coach? I really would like to know what you thought about last week's show about the coaching. What did you think? Are you motivated? Obviously you are, because you all showed up today. You all showed up today, and I am so thankful. I'm so thankful. So who is ready for another super, super, super exciting and informative show tonight? Look at the topic. Look at the topic. We are going to talk about budgeting and saving. So welcome to May. Welcome to the second Sunday in May. The theme for May and June is personal and professional growth and development months. So every Sunday in May and June, we will be focusing on topics that aim to help us improve our personal and professional lives. We will hear from health and wellness coaches, life coaches, fitness and financial coaches, and others. At the end of these 2 months, we can decide, based on the information that we've accumulated, if hiring a coach should be considered to help us reach our goals, whether they are personal or professional. So this Sunday's show tonight, Budgeting and Saving Workshop, will be taught by another very special guest, Sister Donna Izarah Rogers. We will learn about financial fundamentals and key strategies to not only help ensure we're able to save in advance for feast days, but also learn ways to generate additional streams of income and much more valuable information. So we are waiting on our guest to come in, and as soon as she's in, we will go ahead and get started. So talk to me, sisters. What did you think about last week's show? Who is excited about tonight's show? Give me a show of hands. Give me a show of hands. Tell me, what did you think about last week's show? Come on. Talk to me. And tonight, if you have any questions whatsoever, please, please, please post your questions in the chat box so that we can ask Sister Donna, Sister Izarah, these questions. And once again, I am inviting you to come on camera. If you want to come on video and post your question that way, that's also an option. So let's see. Sister Karad says, I loved the last show. I'm thinking personal life coaching if I ever really do it. Okay. So are you thinking about life coaching as a client or to become a coach? Sister Shemaya says peach ginger tea. Yes. That sounds delicious as well. And Ahab Karab says relationship. Sister Ashley, peach ginger tea sounds, yes, it does, doesn't it? Sister Shamara says, I really enjoyed the show. It was very inspiring. All praises. All praises. So I am waiting for our guest to come in. She should be here momentarily. I hope she's not having any technical difficulties there. Sister Johnny says it was interesting. So many coaching topics. Looking forward to tonight's show. Yes, I am too. Sister Jeanette, I didn't realize there were so many coaching styles. I was inspired to be a coach on cooking. Oh yeah, that would be so great. Sister Jeanette, a cooking coach. Yes. I have a lot of 30-ish women around me who cannot cook at all. Yeah, so that would be that. You know what? That was one that was not on the list, right? So now instead of 31, we have 32 different types of coaching. Now there's cooking coaching. So yes, Sister Jeanette, you will do really well in that area. Sister Habkarat says, I think I have a coach to help me with relationships. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's an option for sure. Sister Princess, the show was very informative. It was interesting to see all the different types of coaching. I agree. Yeah, I had an amazing time putting it together because like I said last week, I had no idea that there were that many. Like back in the day when I went through my training for coaching, health and wellness coaching, we didn't have, I don't recall that many types of coaching, but I guess throughout the years, it's realized that there are so many different areas that people need help in. And I think it's amazing that we have that many and people can get help in so many different areas. Yeah. So I am, like I said, let me nudge my sister here and let her, there she is. She is here. Sister Izarah, let me go ahead and bring her in. Shalawam, sis. Shalawam. Oh, wow. Can you go ahead and say Shalawam again for me? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me, sis?
Since I have feedback on my end.
You're breaking up.
I have feedback on my end.
You have feedback? I wonder why. Do you have something else playing in the background? Do you have me on anything else, a phone or? Is that better? Do you have, oh, you're not wearing any headphones. Do you have, are you wearing headphones, sis? You're not wearing headphones. Okay. So give us just a minute. The water for your patience, sisters. The water. Yes, we are going to get started in just a minute. So thanks for that comment, Sister Jeanette, about the headphones. Yeah, I didn't realize that it appeared as though she wasn't wearing headphones. So that could be the issue. Yeah. So let us be patient here. So I am so excited. This is going to be so very informative. So informative. We are going to learn how to budget and save tonight. By the way, if you don't have pen and paper, this may be a good time to get a notebook and a pen and start jotting down some notes, because there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be given tonight. So get prepared, get a notebook and pen and take some notes. Yeah, this is going to be very, very fun and informative. So talk to me, sisters. Talk to me. What are you all looking forward to? Tell me, what do you want to get out of this presentation tonight? What would you like to get out of this presentation tonight? Learning how to budget for specific events that are coming up or for future? Are you wanting to start saving for retirement? What are your goals? What are your goals? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to this presentation, this class, to learn? Go ahead and put some information, put some comments in the chat box for me. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Budgeting and saving, yes. Don't we all need that, right? Yes, we do. because this money isn't going very far anymore. I'm telling you. I am telling you, a dollar, a dollar doesn't go anywhere these days. Building cash revenues for what's coming. Yes. Yes. How about in saving and then also investing in precious metals, something like that. Learning more about credit and effective budgeting methods. Sister Lara, all right, that's good. Sister Jeanette, I would like to learn how to save money for a rainy day and also how to earn some extra cash. You are going to learn that tonight. I promise you. You are going to learn that tonight. Silver and gold. Yes, Sister Ashley. Yeah, because I was just reading an article today. I was just reading an article today in Australia. I think it's Australia. Let me see. I want to give correct information here, but I'm almost certain it's in Australia where, let me find this article here. It says there's this bank that is getting ready to abolish cash, warns customers to prepare for massive digital overhaul. And it says one of the largest banks in Australia, and this is from the Daily Hodl, H-O-D-L, and this is a site that's news about digital money. So it says here, one of the largest banks in Australia is rolling out a plan to terminate cash and check-in services. So they are getting rid of cash and checks at this bank starting in November, and this is in Australia, right? So we have to start preparing for what is to come and start investing in, with money that we have now, in things that are going to make it through this, things that we can use for bartering. Let me just put it that way, right? There's a lot going on. So this class, this presentation tonight, I want you to look at the information that you're receiving tonight, long term. What am I going to do with this money that I'm now putting aside, to really think about long term, because they're doing away with cash and checks. Everything is going digital. So it's really important that we really start thinking about getting stuff that we can use for bartering, because there's coming a time where bartering is going to be the business. That's going to be the business, is bartering. So Sister Jeanette says smart. Sister Habkaraz says, oh, wow. So this Sister Donna said that she had to go back out and she's going to try coming back onto the platform. Guess she's having a little bit of technical difficulty there, but be patient. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. Trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. But yeah, that's what it was saying here, that, they are doing away with the money, the actual dollars and stuff like that, and checks. So it says here, Australians held a rally on April 2nd to protest the widespread closures and bring attention to the country's move away from cash. So this is important information to know, because, after Australia, it's not going to be too long before it hits us. Let us try bringing Sister Donna back in. Let's see how we're doing. All right. Shalawam says, is this better?
Shalawam says, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Loud and clear.
Wonderful.
Loud and clear. Welcome, welcome, Tawada, for being here.
Thank you,
So,
sis. Before we go further, I want to
uh-huh.
make sure I don't have another technical issue. Should I
Okay.
continue to have my YouTube?
No, I would go ahead and turn off the YouTube.
Okay, I think that's
Yeah.
the issue. One moment.
Yeah, that could be it.
All right. Are you there?
All right. We're here. And they say loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. So let me introduce you. So Sister Donna Rogers is a senior manager and VP with Capital Group and will celebrate 25 years with this global investment company later this year. She is also a real estate investor and life learner. She is actively involved in her church and community as a servant and volunteer. She serves on the board of directors of SAM Ministries in San Antonio, Texas. Donna holds a Bachelor of Science degree in business management and administration from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. She also holds certificates from Harvard Business Publishing for executive leadership and from Stanford University Black Leaders Program. Donna is passionate about helping and developing others in their life and careers. Donna, a servant leader in all aspects of her life, believes the Most High does not call the equipped, but equips the chosen. She is grateful for the leadership opportunities and advocates self-development. Donna uses her development journey, career experiences, and life lessons to pour into others, which she is going to be doing tonight. Donna, a grandmother of 4, enjoys spending time with her family, traveling, and studying the word of the Most High. Donna's given Hebrew name is Izarah, which means to help, which is so appropriate and fitting for her. Please welcome Sister Izarah.
Thank
Shalom,
you.
sis.
Shalom. Thanks for having
Welcome.
me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being
Absolutely.
here.
It is my pleasure, my honor to be here.
All praises. Is there anything you want to say before we jump right in?
We are going to jump in. We are
All
going to
right.
hit this topic and hit it hard. I
Okay.
heard you say earlier that you wanted your guests to grab their pen and paper. I
Mhm.
would encourage you to do that if you have not. This is titled a budget and savings workshop. So we're going to roll our sleeves up and learn some tips and useful resources to help us all get better in that space of budgeting. We all want to have financial favor, and hopefully you'll take away some good tips to help you apply in your life and your family. So
Praises.
without further ado, if we can jump in, that would be great.
Would you like
Couple
for
of
me to
things.
go
I'm
ahead?
sorry.
No, I was asking, would you like for me to bring up the PowerPoint, or do you want me to wait a minute?
You can wait just a moment.
Okay.
And we'll have a informal conversation here,
Mhm.
sis. I've lost visibility to the comments in the chat, so please just keep me posted there. If there are any comments or questions coming up,
Okay.
I want to make sure that we're interacting with the guests and addressing any questions that come up.
Very good.
I do want to share, sis shared my bio, but I do want to put a disclaimer out there. I am not a licensed advisor. I don't offer advice or sell any products. So I want to be clear. The information that I provide will be for educational purposes only for your use. So before we jump into the topic, the first thing I'd like for you to do, if you have pen and paper, is to draw a circle. So just draw a circle on your paper, and you're going to create a pie chart. So you're going to divide that circle into 3 portions. You're going to make one portion of your circle about 70%, one portion 20%, and one portion 10%. Has everyone had a chance to do that?
Give us a thumbs up if you've done that. Give us a thumbs up. This is going to be very interactive, sisters. Okay, so Sister Lillian says yes. Okay.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
So the 70% of that pie chart represents experiences. The things that we learn in life are really critical to how we advance in life. Um, Sister Kuala read my bio. None of that information really qualifies me to be in front of you today to share these tips and resources. It's really my life experiences, the failures, the mistakes that I've made, that I've learned from and learned to apply and do differently. I want to be able to share those tips with you so you don't have to make the same mistakes. Or if you've made the mistakes, you can find out how to overcome them. And then that 20% represents what you learn from others. So, what I'll share also are tips and resources that I've gained through interactions with others. It's important to have a really good circle of influence in your space, folks that can pour into you, teach you, and that you can do the same for them. And then the 10% represents your training, your education, those credentials that you have. So you can see that's just a very small percentage of what you're really applying. It's really those life experiences that are going to make the difference. So I hope to share some of that with you today in the financial budgeting and saving space. So before we jump in, I just want to read a quote about resources. There are two competencies that I like to keep in mind as we're talking about this topic. Plan and align is a competency. And just to clarify what a competency is the ability to do something successfully and efficiently. And we all want to be competent in this area of financial budgeting and savings. So the first competency is plan and align, planning and prioritizing to meet goals. We all have room for improvement in this space and need to find the right balance oftentimes. And then the second competency is resourcefulness, securing and deploying resources effectively and efficiently. And we'll talk about that this evening as well. And then the quote I want to share, it's not lack of resources, it's lack of resourcefulness that stops you. So oftentimes we just don't know where to start or where to apply the resources that we may have identified. So hopefully you'll learn some tips and have some takeaways to help you do just that. So sis, if you want to bring up the PowerPoint, we'll get started. We'll jump right in.
All right.
So while that's coming up, if we can jump to the agenda, outline the things that we'll cover this evening. If you can advance to the next page, please. Okay, great. So we're going to cover budget versus savings plan. They're two very distinctly different things, and we want to make sure we're clear on that. Talk about the importance of a family budget, what that might look like for you or your family, savings estimator tool, a couple of tools that we'll cover, and you'll have access to this information after the show as well. Ways to save money, just some very practical ways that you can save money, identify leaks potentially in your current budget, and ways to seal up those leaks and save money. We'll also touch on why it's important to have multiple streams of income and maybe identify some ways that you can create an additional stream of income. And then we'll also be introduced to a savings tracker. I use the savings tracker to save for feast days that I celebrate. You might use it for saving for a wedding or saving for a car. So it's a savings tracker that can be applied for anything that you may be saving for. So the key takeaways, we want to just provide tips and resources that you can incorporate right away, immediately, and in long term, and improve your financial state. So as you advance to the next slide, one of the things that I'd like for you to do during this workshop on the pen and paper that you have, as we go through this content, think about and really listen for those practical tips that you can apply right away. And I'd like for you to jot down 3 to 5 best practices you plan to implement immediately. So listen for those practical tips that you plan to implement right away. What I'd also like for you to do is make a column on the left side of your paper. You're going to write the title income, and on the right side, the word expenses. So as you go through this workshop, you're also going to be really mindful of outgoing expenses and the income that you currently have. So you might have an opportunity to do some additional brainstorming as other ideas come to you during the workshop as well. So feel free to jot those down, and maybe we can hear about some of your recommendations and ideas as well. So jumping into a budget plan. Definition of a budget is there. I won't read that to you, but I want to just be really clear that a budget and a savings plan are not synonymous. A savings may be a line item within your budget, but they're not the same thing. A budget really involves a clear outline of all the income that you have coming in, those income sources, and then a clear outline of all your outgoing expenses. So those needs, absolute needs, like your household expenses, housing, utilities, etc. And like I said, savings might be a line item that you include on your budget, but you also want to include any debt that you have, saving for an emergency fund as well, and all of your accumulated debt you want to include in your expenses. That's going to give you immediately clear understanding if you have more going out than you have coming in. And that's the situation that we want to flip. And hopefully you'll find out some tips and resources to help you do that. A budget plan empowers you to make informed financial decisions. When you're not strapped for cash or in a tight situation, you're able to make better decisions and navigate a little bit more clearly, avoid debt going forward, and work toward your goals. So creating a realistic budget can help with developing a consistent savings plan. So next we'll talk about what a savings plan is and how that's different from a budget. And if you could go
Want
to
me to
the next
move?
slide. Yes, sis, thanks.
Move forward?
Yes, there's
Oh,
a
okay.
slide that's titled Savings Plan. If you could
Oh, okay.
advance to that slide for me, thank you.
Is it in the PowerPoint or is it one of the attachments?
It's in the PowerPoint. Just advance
Okay.
maybe one.
Okay.
There we go.
There
And
we
we'll
go.
come back
Okay.
to that pictorial.
Okay.
So I just want to highlight the difference between budget and savings plan. So the savings plan is going to be your method of amassing or accumulating money to reach those very specific goals that you may have. And as you think about what you may be saving for, it's going to look very different than what your neighbor is saving for. So it could be things like emergency savings. You want to have something set aside so when that major appliance breaks or you have a major repair needed for your vehicle, you don't have to tap into your day-to-day living expenses. You can go to that emergency savings plan so it doesn't disrupt your budget. Feast day savings, I mentioned, is something that I like to plan and save for. A wedding, it could be a wedding, a home purchase, it could be any number of things, but those are just some examples to give you an idea that there's a goal that you may have, and it may be attainable if you break it down into putting a little aside over time and reaching that goal over time. And we'll go over some tools to help you really understand what that amount may be for you and the amount of time that you need to put that money away to reach your overall goal. One helpful tip with savings plans is to have automatic deposits going into your savings account. It's very helpful to have separate savings account as well, have an account set aside specifically for that line item that you're saving for, as well as a savings account in general. And then have your operating account, which oftentimes ends up being the checking account that you're paying your bills out of. So having those accounts earmarked for those specific goals is very helpful to stay organized as well. And then I just want to reiterate another differentiator there. A savings plan is not the same as an investment plan. We won't be talking about investments this evening, but I just want to mention that it's not the same thing as an investment plan. That's really considered for longer term investments and many different ways to invest, but we're strictly talking about setting aside for specific savings goals. And since I'm going to pause right there to see if there are any questions in the chat.
No questions thus far.
Okay.
No questions thus far.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take us back. I want us to spend a little bit of time talking about gaps or waste or leaks that we have or may have in our budget, and ways that we can identify those and eliminate them or at least reduce them. This illustration is just an illustration that shows us if there are multiple folks in your household or if it's just you, it really doesn't matter. If there are leaks in your budget, it impacts the entire family. And that's what this illustration is showing us. So we really want to identify what those areas are and identify ways to seal those leaks. So I'm going to give you some examples of ways in which there could be a leak in your overall budget, and I would love for others to put in the chat other ideas or other things that you've already identified as leaks. The more we share, the more we're going to help each other, because there might be something that you're not thinking about that someone else is thinking about, can take away as a practical tip. So for example, are you paying too much for services that you receive on a regular basis? So for the ladies, it could be anything like a manicure and a pedicure, that regular pampering that you do. Might there be an opportunity to save there on a more regular basis? Barter services with another sister. Maybe there's a sister that knows how to braid hair and one that knows how to do manicures, and can help each other out and eliminate that money that's going out each month for those services. Perhaps there's streaming services that you have that you aren't really using. The last time we talked through this material in a workshop setting, there were several folks that identified their streaming services are coming out of their accounts on a monthly basis, and they're not really using all of those services or watching all the channels that they're paying for. And it equates to a pretty significant savings per month if you eliminate those. Also think about auto care, insurance, groceries. Are there ways to save there? Are there opportunities to use coupons or shop on discounted days? One huge leak that I was able to personally to plug in my budget, I leveraged an insurance broker when I moved to Texas and bundled all of my insurance and had the insurance broker who has the ability to go out and shop across multiple insurance companies and get the best rate and coverage for my needs. So my insurance broker was able to do the homework for me, find the best coverage that I needed for my homes and for my vehicles. And I was literally able to save hundreds of dollars per month by using an insurance broker. The services that I mentioned, I will share with Sister Koala so that she can share this information out. The insurance broker, for example, that I've used covers the state of Texas only. But if you're not in Texas, I'm sure you're able to find an insurance broker just by doing a quick Google search in your state. And their services aren't there's no fee, upfront fee or anything like that for their services. The insurance brokers are paid a commission per se by the insurance companies that they sell for. So they're really acting on your best behalf. Other ways to eliminate leaks in your budget, oftentimes, and you may see this when you go online to pay bills, that you're able to save by using ACH or check drafts to pay bills versus a credit card. Many companies are charging a pretty significant processing fee for credit cards now if you're paying bills online. So one way to save is to automate those bills and use ACH check transaction instead of credit card payment. And it may sound small, but those small fees, those small amounts, if there are multiple small fees and small amounts in your budget per month, it really adds up. So I really look for ways to save every cent, every dollar. Bank fees, huge area. Many, many years ago, I stopped using traditional banks and started using credit unions and found that I realized a huge savings. I found that banks oftentimes charge for just a monthly fee, they charge for statements to be generated every month. Um, Wire transfers, really any service that the bank provides, there's often a fee associated with it. Whereas I found with credit unions, all of those services in most cases are free to credit union members. And I realized a significant monthly savings switching to a credit union. And I know it can be a little intimidating sometimes to switch banks because you've had a working relationship with the same institution for a really long time in most cases. And it does involve just taking some time to make some changes. So if your paycheck is automatically deposited, you have to change that direct deposit with your employer. It's usually just an online form. They make it very easy for us now. But you also want to remember to change any of those payments that are coming out of that bank account and switch that over to your new account. But I tell you, it is so worth taking the time to make those changes. You can realize a pretty significant savings per month. Cell phone carrier, another huge area where folks realize pretty significant savings. And these fees really fly under the radar because we really don't, I know I don't, take the time to look line by line at all of the fees associated with my cell phone. Oftentimes we have plans with family members and we just pay the bill and use the phone. But if you just take a moment, pause, and really comb through all of those fees that you're being assessed by your cell phone carrier, you might find an opportunity to remove some of the services that they're charging you for. You might find an opportunity to change cell phone carriers and have a pretty significant savings per month that way as well. Oftentimes, carriers will run promotions. Well, they'll offer to pay off your phones if you switch to them. And sometimes that's the right thing to do if it's the right time for you to make that change. My family and I, we did exactly that. At that time, a carrier was offering a promotion, and I actually made money by making the switch. They sent me Visa gift cards, $200 or $500 Visa gift cards to make the switch. They paid off our phones.
Wow.
So over time, it's a huge savings.
Wow.
Also think about the things, the treats, the little things that we're buying on a daily or weekly basis, the Starbucks, the smoothies, the fast food, or anything that's convenient. You're going to pay a little bit more for it. Um, and now might be the time to think a little bit more broadly and long term about that. Um, this channel is a perfect example. We learn all the different things about what's happening in the world and what might be going into some of these products. And one way to avoid that is to make these things at home. Sister Koala said it earlier. She has a kombucha bar set up in her home now. That's something that she does not have to go out and buy. So it might be worth investing in the products that you need to make these things at home. In the long run, you will save money. If you're making your smoothies at home, you know what's going in it, you know it's
Mhm.
healthy, and you're not only investing in your family's budget, but you're investing in your health as well. Another area, water bottles. So many, we won't go into all the many ways that it can benefit you by not using plastic water bottles, but using reusable water bottles, or even having a osmosis water filtration system in your home so that you can just have a need to water, fill it right up in your home, and not buy the water bottles. And that may, again, sound like something small, but it's pretty significant
Mhm.
savings over time. I'm going to pause again. I just want to
Mhm.
be mindful of any questions or comments or
Yep.
additional tips that might be coming through.
Yes, yes, we do have some tips. Let's see here. Sister Jeanette says multiple streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Alara says eating out. Sister Jeanette says coffee shop. So these are some of the leaks.
Yes.
Sister Esther says, I frequently overbuy when I'm either in the grocery store or Target. And Sunday dinner,
Mhm.
Sister Deidre says, do credit union banks accept or decline you based on your credit score?
That's a really good question. I am not sure. Yeah, I think that's something you'll have to check at your certain credit union. Here locally in San Antonio, I'm not aware. At least the credit union that I use will decline anyone. Oftentimes, their credit unions associated with state employees or credit unions associated with teachers. But they do
Military.
military, exactly.
Mhm.
But they do accept others outside, but they were mainly established for that community that they support, and they accept others outside of that community. I'm not aware that they decline, but it's certainly worth giving it a try. They
Okay.
typically have the same hours as banking hours,
Mhm.
and they have very thorough websites as well. They're just as competitive, if not better, in my opinion, than some banks. Typically, their websites end with .org because they're typically a not-for-profit organization. But I would suggest just check out their website and see if you can find that information or walk into a branch.
Great.
Good
Let's
question. Good
see.
question.
Excellent question. Sister
Mhm.
Esther says, I'm relocating to Texas. Can you provide the name of the insurance broker and suggest a good credit union?
Absolutely. I'll share that information with Sister Koala, and she'll make sure that goes out to everyone.
And Ihad Zion says, Spectrum has a free line and you just have to pay for a phone, $5 monthly. And I have Spectrum, and that was so huge for me when I came here, when I moved to Texas, because we didn't have Spectrum in
Mm.
California. And $29 a month for full coverage on your phone, and you get one free additional line as well. I mean, couldn't beat that.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, you in my case, I had to bring my own phone, but I had already paid off my previous phone, so I just kept my phone. So yes, Spectrum, I recommend them for phone services and also internet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you should get a discount when you're able to bundle some of those services, right?
Sister Lillian says freezing leftovers. Yes, that
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely.
Nothing goes to waste.
Food waste is huge. We know how expensive things are at the grocery store now, and if we have to throw it out because we didn't eat it all or don't want leftovers, that's money down the drain,
Mm-hmm.
really, that we're throwing
Mm-hmm.
out. So I completely agree with that. Freezing the food and having it for later.
And Sister Adara says, ordering groceries to be delivered.
Okay.
Sister Jazzy says Sheen. Is that how it's pronounced? Shein?
It
That
is.
online?
Jan.
Yes, Sheen. And Sister Deidre says the WADA. And NJ, I work for Spectrum. At the moment, I have this light in my face, so I'm fighting against this light here. I have info on how to save money. Awesome.
Okay, great.
And Sister Jeanette says I'm going to have to check that out. So those are the comments thus far.
Fantastic, fantastic. A couple of other mentions on I'm pulling some information that came out of a prior discussion as we talked about credit unions. Sister Qual, I think you gave this tip to us last time that free checks are available for veterans at some credit unions. And then
I know
just
at the
in
banks, at the
at
banks, because
banks.
yes. Mhm.
Okay. And that may be the case at credit unions that were established to cater to certain communities, right? Like teachers or military. There might be some extra perks there for those folks. And then military discounts in general may be applicable. All right. So I'm going to transition us, and we've talked about some ways that you can identify leaks in your budget and ways that you may be able to plug them. Keep thinking about all of those practical ways to plug the leaks and keep identifying the leaks. If you're able to do that, you're actually identifying money in your budget that will no longer go to the streaming services, or those higher amounts will no longer go to the cell phone carrier, but maybe those amounts can become a savings line item in your budget. So you've identified ways to save money as well just by making these changes in your lifestyle. So let's transition. We're going to talk about additional ways to save. There's a slide that has ways to save. It's just the title, Ways to Save. I think it's the next one. There we go. Let's just talk about a few ways to save. This is also a huge list. We could go on and on all night, but we'll talk about some of the key areas, and hopefully you can chime in the chats as well and share ways that you've identified to save money as well. One area, shopping. We all have to shop, but we can be even more prudent shoppers by shopping at certain times of the year for certain things. There is a list, and you can just Google this and you'll see it, the entire calendar year. But there's certain months that items are cheaper, quite honestly. So, for example, in January, it's best to buy your linens, your towels, TVs, and then in late January, winter coats are 50% off. In February, that's a great month to buy mattresses and appliances and things like that if you have a need for those things. I won't go through the whole calendar year, but if you just Google seasonal shopping, you'll find that information come up in your Google search. And it's good to keep in mind, especially when you are buying high ticket items, because you want to be able to save as much as you can on those high ticket items. Oftentimes, the discounts are pretty deep. And in the traditional holiday timeframes, there are often sales for those traditional holidays also. But you'll see those seasonal shoppings list online. Other ideas, co-op shopping. Many of us have memberships to the big stores like Costco and Sam's,
Mhm.
where everything is sold in bulk. But it was so easy to connect with a sister or another family to say, hey, do you want to go in on half on this 100 roll package of toilet tissue or paper towel? It's cutting down on, it's just one family making the trip to the store, and it's two families paying for the item. So you're saving overall. The per item cost is going to be less when you're buying in bulk, but oftentimes we don't need that many as an individual. We don't have the space to store it in our homes. But if we're co op shopping and coming together as a community to split the cost, split the drive to the store, split the items that we need in our homes, it ends up being a huge savings for families overall. And then there are apps and lots of different ways to save. T-Mobile, my daughter-in-law shared this tip with me, T-Mobile Tuesdays. There's savings on gas on Tuesdays through the T-Mobile app.
Hmm.
And then savings accounts through your banks or your credit union. They're high yield savings accounts for specific goals. They're CDs that are paying a little bit higher now. If you have a need to save and you don't need that money to be liquid right away, sometimes a CD with a higher yield can be a good place to park it for a while. And then you're, as a member through various organizations and clubs like AAA, AARP, etc., are some ways to save. And then lastly, I'll just mention, and I want to be very clear with credit cards. Credit cards can be a useful tool. They can be detrimental to someone's budget if not used in a prudent fashion. But if used in a prudent fashion and really reap the rewards from the rewards programs on a credit card, you can really save money and apply those rewards to travel. So, for example, my personal use, I use the Southwest credit card and reap the rewards of points. And those points allow me to fly for free or buy my airline tickets with the points for free. Now, I use that card to get the points, but I also pay it off monthly so that I'm not paying interest, revolving interest on those cards. So really be mindful of that. You don't want to use them and accumulate interest on them because you're kind of defeating the purpose, right? If you're paying interest and gaining points, you're really defeating the purpose. You may as well just pay out of pocket for the airline ticket. So you have to be really careful with those cards, but it is a way that you can be prudent with them and benefit from the use of them. And some of them do have annual fees, so be mindful of that. You have to weigh that cost in there as well. And I'm going to pause to see if the audience have other ideas and ways to save money.
We
We've
have
talked
one
about,
question from Sister Lillian.
okay.
She says, if you shop Amazon often, is it best to be a Prime member? Not sure if it's worth it.
I personally, I say yes. If you shop often, I think Prime is like $14 a month and it's free shipping on all of your packages. So if you do the math, based on how often you shop, you're going to find that it is worth it. I find that it's worth it for me. Personally, I have Amazon deliveries pretty regularly, and the free shipping is definitely a savings. And paying the $14 a month is worth it. It gives me access also to all of the perks that come along with Prime. You have the Prime streaming service for movies, videos. And just recently, I've started receiving movie premieres through Prime. So before the movies hit the theaters or before the movies hit Prime Video, I get advance premiere tickets to go see it at the theater with free concession snacks and all kinds of other little perks come along with Prime. So I personally think it is worth it.
I agree. I'm a Prime member as well.
Mhm.
And I do a lot of shopping on Amazon. Back in the day, you know, when you want to go to the mall and go do your shopping, but now it just makes sense to to shop online. It really does. With all
Absolutely.
of the stores that are closing down, and like we said, with Prime, you can get your stuff overnight, sometimes same day,
Mhm.
without having to go out there in the hustle and bustle. So I
Absolutely.
really like that benefit that Prime offers.
Yes, and you mentioned the hustle and bustle, and you're not out there burning your gas as well and
Mm-hmm.
putting the mileage and wear and tear on your vehicle. And
Right.
one other mention I wanted to mention about gas, pumping your gas early in the morning is also a savings. The cold temperatures increase gasoline density, allowing you to get more gas for your money. So, who knew? And
Who
I've been
knew?
doing that for years now, making sure that I pump my gas early in the morning to get more for my money.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lots
that's
lots
an
of tips.
amazing tip. Someone says you're all going to the welfare office tomorrow, beg for more benefits. I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that means. Okay.
All right.
All right, sis. Go
And let
ahead.
me Sure. Let me just share, sis, if you want to pop open the
Mhm.
savings estimator tool. Well, let's first look at the family budget, just since
Okay.
we've already talked about that. And this will be one of the tools that you send out to your regular viewers. Um, just to show you an illustration of the family budget and the savings
All right.
estimator. We'll look at that next.
Let's see. Okay, so is this the one you want, or the family budget, monthly family budget, or the savings estimator? You want that one
Sure.
first?
We can look at this one first.
Oh, okay.
Are you, let's see, it's a little small on my end. But
Hmm.
this is
Is it?
just an,
Let me
it,
see.
yeah, it's okay. It's just an illustration. I just wanted to show,
Yeah, it's big. I'm sorry. That's as
there
big as.
are apps, there are spreadsheets. This one happens to be a spreadsheet. But there are a lot of different tools out there that are super helpful and useful for you to plug your information in. It literally is plug and play. This is an example of a spreadsheet tool that can be used to help you manage your family budget. I highly encourage everyone to write this information down. And when I say write it down, that means write it down or put it in a tool like this so that you're really tracking this information on paper or on your computer versus trying to manage your budget in your head. I think I have, $50 left over here in this account. I can pay this month. If you put it on here, just put it on paper, make it plain. It will help you stay organized and keep track and really see how well you're managing and where you might need to improve. So if you want to just kind of scroll down and show some of the other line items on the family budget.
Let's see.
Is that the full
I
document?
think that's the
Maybe.
full document.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then we can just take a peek at the savings
Okay.
estimator.
All right. Give me just a second here.
And if you're an app person, there's some great apps out there as well. But sometimes it's just helpful to have designated time, designated tools that you're using to really focus on this. At least spend, at least an hour. It's that important. At least an hour a week. Carve it into your regular schedule to really plan your budget, work the plan, and check in on it on a regular basis.
Is this the one you were looking for, sis? The savings estimator?
Yes. So this one, I can't see the full screen, sis, but I'm just going to talk from memory. This
one I can scroll.
Okay, fantastic.
Is this
So
the section you want?
Yes, this is
Okay.
fine. This is fine. So this tool allows you whatever that specific saving item is. In this case, it's for a feast day. You put the total amount in that you're looking to save, and then and the date that you want to save it by, and this estimator breaks it down for you. It shows you what amount you need to put aside for this item on a daily, monthly, biweekly, whatever basis, depending upon how often you're paid. So it's just a great little tool to break down the amounts for you based on that time frame that you want to save within. Okay.
Finish with this one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And where would you like for us to go?
All right. Let's go to create multiple streams of income, and we'll transition to that topic and see what comes up in the chat.
Give me just a second here. This one.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, sis. Okay. Increasing income. So gig, side hustle.
Hold on just a second. I want to remove this from here. Can you see this right here that says slide 9? Or is it just showing up on my end?
No, I see create multiple streams of income.
Okay, so there's not a box right here. Okay. All right.
Not on my side.
Okay, perfect. Do you want me to scroll?
No, this is perfect.
Okay.
So create multiple streams of income. This is a very popular topic because we all want to have some additional income to help us meet those goals, right? Help us meet those savings goals, help us do some fun things, travel, or whatever our passions are, whether it's helping others or whatever the case may be. Sometimes we just need more coming in. And how can we make that happen? So I just want to give some practical examples of ways that you might be able to quickly identify some ways to bring additional income streams in. And I think we all know why it's important to have additional income streams. When you only have the one income stream, if that one income stream goes away, then we're out back, right? We need to make sure that we have additional streams of income coming in to supply those expenses that are coming in and not get behind in those expenses. So if you're currently employed, we're going to start there. That's just a great area to think about. How can you increase your income just right where you are today? So that might be an opportunity to negotiate your salary. Ask for a raise. If you are truly operating in excellence and putting your best work forward, there might be a conversation that you need to have with your supervisor about a raise. Most organizations are pay for performance organizations, and they pay for outstanding service. So if you're excelling in your role, or if you have goals that you're working toward, partner with your supervisor. Really have a good conversation about where it is you want to go in the organization, and be frank. Be frank about you're looking to make more income as well, and ways in which that can happen. Um, Most companies do equity adjust evaluations on a regular basis and ensure that they're continuing to be competitive in the market. And they find sometimes that certain individuals may be warranted an equity increase. So it's okay to ask, and it's okay to have that conversation with your supervisor. Um, and have it in an appropriate manner. I just want to stress that, right? Um, there might be opportunity for you to work toward a position maybe that pays more. Maybe that position requires additional credentials. So you can definitely put a plan together, put the work in that it takes to get those additional credentials. Take full advantage of your employer's benefits. If they have educational reimbursement benefit, look into these things that you can benefit from and allow your employer to pay for. And in result, you have an associate's degree, you have a bachelor's, a master's, or an additional credential that makes you more marketable and ready candidate for the next position and the higher paying position. Referrals, you can oftentimes get paid for referring individuals, whether it's to your organization, whether it's referring them to products or services. If you have the opportunity to benefit from referrals, that's a great way to just create an additional bump here and there. It may not be on a regular basis, but anytime additional income comes in, it's going to be beneficial for you and your budget. Another item I want to mention is reselling items. There are folks that have are making a living reselling items, whether it's on the internet or on different sites. They're basically selling maybe unwanted goods that are still in good condition. Oftentimes, they might even be buying wholesale and then reselling items. If you have a craft, if you're able to hand make items and sell those items, there's always a market for items. It's just a matter of getting it out in the right market and in front of folks. So really do a self inventory and understand, are there items lying around my house that I no longer need, maybe still boxed up, brand new, still have the tags on. How easy would it be to take a picture and post it on Facebook Marketplace or one of the sites and resell it and see how it goes? You might start a regular trend there of selling your items on a regular basis, bringing in that additional stream of income. Really monetize your hobbies also. So if you enjoy sewing, braiding hair, baking, babysitting services, if you love pets, dog walking service, oftentimes I see it on my next door neighborhood page all the time. People in the neighborhood looking for someone just to let their dog out during the day, walk their dog because they don't have time for it. People are willing to pay for services that they don't have the time to do themselves. So if it's something you have a passion for or you're able to do, there's usually an opportunity there to make an income and monetize your hobbies. Um, One, and I'll just speak from personal experience here. One of my hobbies, I really enjoy thrifting and estate sales um, and things like that. So I've done some research, and I've understand different types of things that I like to look for that might appreciate in value. So that's another great way, and those items can be sold. Those items can also generate income. Estate sales are really popular right now. A lot of folks are aging and downsizing their homes, getting rid of things that they've accumulated over the years. If you live in a military community, they're really diverse makeups of homes out there, and a lot of the items oftentimes come from overseas, and you find all types of unique art and goods that can be resold and generate income for you as well, and oftentimes you're able to get those at a pretty good bargain. And I can provide you, Sister Quala, to send out to your viewers a few sites to help them find estate sales in their area also.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Do me a favor, sisters. We'll talk after.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
sorry.
I was thinking about probably putting the links, if we can, put the links in the chat box for them tonight. Do you think we will be able to do that?
Maybe some of them.
Some of them? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to pause there and see if anything's coming through the chat regarding multiple streams or identifying additional streams of income.
We have Roadrunning Rogers. Amazon has a credit card that can accumulate points to use towards purchases.
Oh,
Could
nice.
mean free stuff or significant discounts on high-priced items. Great for anyone looking to build credit. So that's a great idea.
That's a great tip.
Mm-hmm. And then the Brew Review 144, Shalom family, will be checking this content out later. All praises to the Most High for this.
Fantastic.
So that was it. Does anyone have any other tips for us? Just drop it in the comment box. Drop those tips in the comment box. And also for those who may have websites, I don't know if you mentioned this, Sister Donna, but becoming an affiliate.
Yes. Yes. Do you have information on that you can share? Tips?
Well, it all depends. For instance, My Guardian Doc, when I advertise that, I'm an affiliate for My Guardian Doc. So should anyone sign up for the services, I get monetized for that. Mm-hmm. So My Guardian Doc is one. So if you have any services, something that you use yourself, mm-hmm. and always check to see if there's an affiliate program. So many websites out there, tea drinkers, right? Like myself. There are some websites out there that allow you to become an affiliate for their products. So whatever products you use on a regular basis, I recommend finding out if they have an affiliate program where you can introduce others to it and get us, it's usually not a huge amount, but the more people, of course, that signs up, that little bit adds up. So check into becoming an affiliate.
And again, sis, it may not be a huge amount, but if you're an affiliate for multiple companies, those amounts are going to add up for you, right?
Absolutely. Some of the companies that I'm interested in, the reason why I'm not an affiliate for them, some of them do have a minimum amount of viewers that you have to have in order to become an affiliate for them. So as your viewership grows, or if you have a website or social media account, and if you have, quite a few friends or whatever they call them now on the social media, you may qualify to become an affiliate. So always check if there's something that you purchase on a regular basis from a specific source. Check and see if they have an affiliate program for you. That's one tip.
Excellent. That's a great tip.
Water.
And then one other thing I want to mention around budgeting that's really important also is your time. Budget your time as well. When you're planning for or saving for an event like a holiday or a vacation or feast day or whatever the case may be, you also need to have the time off to enjoy it and take advantage
Mhm.
of it if you are working and bound to a regular schedule. So budget your time and prioritize your PTO so that you can enjoy the savings that you've accumulated and have the time that you need it to take away and take that downtime.
Now that's an excellent tip.
All right, sis. I'm going to transition us.
Okay.
There's one other tool that I want to
Mhm.
mention, the Feast Days, the Savings Tracker. And this can be
Okay.
used for vacation planning. It can be used for feast day planning or savings or anything that you're saving for. Another great tool.
Okay. Just a
Um,
second to find it here.
sure.
And what's this one called?
Savings Tracker.
Savings tracker. Let me see. That's not it.
And it should be a spreadsheet also.
Let me see if this is it. No, I think this is a savings estimator. Let me see. This it? No. No, this is what we had earlier.
Right. I'll just talk it through. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
When you're planning for a vacation, planning for your feast day, you really want to consider all the costs, right? To really understand what is that magic number that you're looking to save
Ah,
for.
I got it.
So you want to plan for the travel costs, whether you're flying or driving, plan for your hotel costs, your food on the road, your food when you're traveling. So all of those line items, you need to consider the total cost needed. That's going to be the total amount that you're looking to save toward. And there's some great resources and apps and great resources and websites that you can use to save a lot of money on airfare and hotels. Some that I personally use, I use an app called Hopper, Hopper. That app allows you to purchase airline tickets or know when to purchase airline tickets at the best price. If you're searching on your own directly on the airline sites, oftentimes, there's the algorithm running in the background, and you might find you've searched for your flight and walk away from your computer 30 minutes later, that flight's gone up and it keeps climbing. What Hopper does, it does the searching for you. And you don't have to search all the different airline sites, and it will send you notifications on when to buy. Now's the best time to buy, or wait, the prices are going to be going down in a week, or the prices are going up in a week. So it gives you all of those notifications. You can buy the tickets directly on that site, or you can go to directly to the airline site to buy the tickets. But the key is knowing when to buy and when not to buy. So that's a great app to use to save money when flying. There's also hotel rental cars and all of those links on Hopper as well. I have not used the other links there. I've only used the flight link. And then for me personally, for hotel booking, I typically use booking.com, a great app to save money. They're usually mobile only prices on booking.com that are significantly lower than just regular online prices, those specials. And then if you're a regular user, you get additional discounts as a Genius member as well. And you all probably know of many applications, apps, and tools to save money for planning and for traveling. If you have those ideas, feel free to put them in the chat. And sis, I'm going to just round us out to just mention, we can take all of this information away and be really excited about, going through our cell phone line items or identifying leaks and plugging them. But a month goes by, another month goes by, and we might slack off on doing those things, right? And saving on a regular basis or really being on top of our budget. So I encourage everyone to have an accountability partner, whether that's, someone in your household or a good friend or a good sister or whomever. Have an accountability partner to really hold you true to do what you say you're going to do and do the same for them. It's super helpful to be in this as a community, encourage one another, share ideas with one another, and most importantly, hold each other accountable so that we can reach our goals.
Awesome idea. Yes, accountability, right? Accountability. That's huge. That is huge. We have some more questions for you, Sister Izarah.
Yes.
Let's see. We have here investment coaching in the near future. That's Sister Lillian asking.
No, sis, I don't think I'll be going down the path of selling investments or offering advice on investing. That's really a different career path. However, I can certainly refer you to others that that I know and trust that are in that space and can help.
Perfect. Sister Johnny says, let's see, just skip there. Oh, what are some suggestions for extra income for retirees?
There are, if you really want to work again after being retired, there are some great work from home opportunities. There's something referred to now as gig workers, where you can pretty much pick your own schedule and work when you want to work. There are companies that maybe need workers during their peak times of day or night. And there's a lot of different opportunities to do something right from home. And all you need is a computer. And oftentimes these companies will supply you with the equipment that you need. I have a whole list of companies that have work from home opportunities, and I can share that with you, sis, to share with others.
Oh.
But then there's in-home things that you can do as well. Again, it goes back to monetizing those hobbies. I learned when I moved to Texas, there's a community that, and that's the case with most communities here in Texas. You don't have to leave your neighborhood for service. There are mobile notaries that live in the neighborhood. There are folks that bake, folks that sew, babysitters, dog walkers, all types of services that are offered within a neighborhood. And these folks just advertise on the neighborhood Facebook page or on Nextdoor, and they're making additional income. And they might be stay-at-home moms, or they might be retirees, but they're just doing things they love doing. So what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you love to do? What licenses or credentials are needed for it, if any? I know in Texas, I think if you're selling food from your home, there are some stipulations around that, a cottage license that's needed. That's a pretty reasonable cost. So you just have to find out for your local jurisdiction what's required. But lots of ideas.
Yes.
And if others have other ideas, please put it in the chat and I'll give you that list of companies with work from home opportunities.
Perfect. Let's see. Sister Johnny again said, awesome information, great timing. Sister Esther says, set your phone or computer to private browsing. Okay. I think that's to prevent hackers. Roadrunning Rogers for active duty and veteran military members, Armed Forces Vacation Club, AFVC, is a great resource for family travel, resort stays, cruises, and more. All right, that's great info right there.
That is great.
AFVC, okay. Armed Forces Vacation Club. I have to remember that. Sister Jeanette said, love, love, love this. Sister Nikki says, any tips for first-time home buyers?
Oh, that's a whole session in itself. And actually, my son would be a great facilitator of that session. I would say in your area, I'm sure there's a realtor that specializes in first-time home buyer customers. You basically want to align yourself with someone that's an expert in that area. They're going to be able to walk you through all of the programs that are available and help you align with the programs that you're eligible for. They would already have a connection of network as it relates to a mortgage lender, as it relates to the insurance needed, all of those things. They have already established contacts. So align yourself with a realtor that's an expert in that area, would be my advice for you. But there are so many programs for first-time home buyers that are amazing, that really help folks that haven't purchased before get into their first homes. And these programs are available pretty much throughout, the U.S., regardless of what state you're in.
Okay. And I would also suggest talking to someone that you know that have used that real estate agent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Talk
not
to
all
others
agents.
that have,
No, I'm sorry, sis, go ahead.
were you saying brokers or agent?
A real estate agent, but I was just going to say not all agents are familiar with all programs, right? So specifically connect with an agent that's really expert in first-time home
First
buyers.
time. Okay.
Great
And
question.
Con. And Sister Johnny says, appreciate it very much. And Roadrunning Rogers says, for retirees becoming a private money lender, small scale investing, and a way to receive extra income monthly. Oh, that's interesting. Roadrunning Rogers. Are you familiar with that, sis? Are you familiar with the private money lending?
Could you repeat that, sis? I
It
was a
says
little
for
distracted.
retirees, become a private money lender, PML, small scale investing, and a way to receive extra income monthly.
Yes, just at a high level, if you have discretionary income to invest in opportunities, if you find sound and qualified investment opportunities and have extra discretionary income to invest, that is a great way to make a pretty significant return in a decent term. So it's just, again, finding the right opportunity if you have the extra income.
Awesome. Okay. And do you have any information on that I can pass on?
I do. I
Okay.
do.
Perfect. I like to look into that as well. And Nikki Jackson says, the water. So those are all of the comments thus far. Wow.
Great comments. And
yeah, great comment.
Thanks to everyone for being interactive. This was a little different for me. I'm used to having folks in front of me one-on-one, so had to kind of adjust to not having the live audience.
You did great. You did great.
Thank you, sis.
Yes,
I enjoyed
sis.
it and really enjoyed the comments from others and the interaction in this format.
So let's talk about how we will get the information to the guest. Let me think. Do you still don't have access to the chat?
I don't.
Oh, wow. I
Not
wonder
the
what
YouTube
happened.
chat. I have access to the
On stream,
the
on the platform.
yes, on the platform, but not on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Are you able to put some of the links in the chat box for us? Are you able to do that?
Okay, let me. Yes, I'll do that.
Perfect. And then the other links that you may not be able to post in the chat box, if anyone has any questions whatsoever or would like any of this information, please send me either a text or an email, and I will personally send that to you. Because after we close out tonight, of course the chat will go away. I guess we can post things after, but I would prefer to just send you what you're looking for specifically. So if you have any specific questions or anything that Sister Izarah mentioned that you want more information on, please send me, probably an email will be best, shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll get that information over to you right away. So fantastic. The water, sis. This was so very, very informative, such vital information.
Thank you, sis. Thank you for having me. And again, appreciate all the support. I see my daughter and my family on, my son and daughter-in-law, and some sisters from the body. Thank y'all.
Yes.
Y'all helped calm my nerves.
You did so great. But yeah, the sisters were asking for this last week. This was at the top of the list. The financial presentation was at the top of the list. So I thought, let me check with Sister Izarah and see if she's available, and praise the Most High you were, because this, like Sister Johnny said, this was so timely. And
awesome.
You know, we talk about all of the things that are going on right now, and we really, really need to start thinking about what we're doing with our money, how we can save money. You know, I mentioned earlier about starting to purchase things that we can use later on for bartering, right? These are some of the things that we really need to start thinking about, and not the frivolous spending that we're accustomed to. And we talked earlier about even the food, even making sure that you don't allow food to go to waste, that you freeze any extra food that you have for a later time. So yeah, this has been very, very beneficial, I must say.
Well, all praises to the Most High. I'm
Ronnie
glad.
Rogers says, so appreciative of this information. Great workshop. May the Most High bless you, Sister Izarah and Sister Quala. The water. May the Most High bless you as well. This was such a blessing, sis.
Well,
anything else you would like to say to our viewers?
I will have to connect with you offline, sis, to get these links out to you, to get out to your viewers. We'll figure that out. But if I go back onto the YouTube connection, I'll have that same technical issue I was having earlier. I don't want to lose you. But thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. And thanks to everyone for your participation, and all praises to the Most High. If you found just any nugget or value out of it, all praises to the Most High.
Very valuable information. The water. All praises to the Most High. The water, sis. Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Whoa, that wasn't that inspiring? That was really informative and inspiring. Praise the Most High. Oh, all praises to the Most High. Sister Donna really has a wealth of information, and she not only talks the talk, but she walks the walk. She walks the walk. So I thought she would be excellent to do this workshop, and she really, really was. Yes, this was great and vital information. Thank you all so much. So in the upcoming weeks, we will be able to hear and learn from more coaches about different topics pertaining to our personal and professional growth and development. So once again, if you have a background in any specific area that you would like to start coaching, please, please, please consider that. Our nation is really coming together. We are coming together, and we need to help each other. So whatever skills you have, please, please, please reach out to me. Reach out to me, like I said earlier, if there is a topic that you would love to co-host with me, please let me know. Says here, Sister Johnny says the water, Sister Kuala. What is your email? Again, I'm going to put that on the banner here. Give me just a second. There it is right there. ShebrewRoyaltyBiz@gmail.com. Please send me an email if there's any information that you heard tonight, that you received tonight, you want more information on, please send me an email and I will get that over to you. Also, copies of the spreadsheets. I will talk to Sister Donna or Sister Izarah and see if she will also allow me to send out the PowerPoint. And for those of you that, did you all take notes? Let me ask this question really quickly. Did you all remember to take notes? Did you take notes? So hopefully I can get these handouts out to you all. And like I said, I will check with Sister Izarah and see if I can also send out a copy of the PowerPoint. So you'll have that. All right. So in the upcoming weeks, come prepared to step out of your comfort zone. If you want to start weaning off of these respirators, right, that have been keeping us barely alive. The goal is to unplug from the matrix and breathe on your own. So like we talked about tonight, about even the multiple streams of income, looking for ways to start making more money. And it may seem small in the beginning, but please do not despise the day of small beginnings. All right? Not because it starts small means that it's going to stay that way. I mean, look at the trees that are out there. They started with just a tiny seed, and look at what has grown out of the seed. So just start planting seeds right now. Planting seeds with the goal of multiple streams of income coming out of these seeds, right? So Sister Izarah gave some very important tips tonight on how to start doing that. So let's start implementing these things, these ideas, putting them into action. Sister Jeanette says, I didn't. Sister Johnny says she took 3 pages of notes. She wrote 3 pages of notes. Good for you, Sister Johnny. So Sister Jeanette, if there's anything that you want, like I said, let me know, send me an email, and I will get with Sister Izarah and get this information over to you. So we talked about weaning off of the respirator, right? Starting to breathe on our own. Some of the things that we did for our government jobs, right? For those who are retired, find some way that you can utilize those skills to now start working for yourself. That's an idea. Becoming creative with the skills, your God-given skills and talents. And once again, we're talking about improving our personal and professional lives. So for some, it may mean living a medication-free life, improving your quality of life. For others, it may mean decreasing your work hours so you can focus on that business that you've been wanting to start but just don't know how. And for someone else, it may mean, like we talked about tonight, budgeting for feast days, budgeting for vacations. So these are some of the things that we are going to really delve into in the next couple of months. So sisters, I hope that you found the information that was presented tonight useful. And I know you did. I sure did. If you did, please do me a favor and share this video with your sister friends and relatives. Let's grow this channel so that this information can reach Hebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, and even those that are not Hebrews but are willing to become a part of our community. We are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. So, sisters, this is where, gosh, we're already at the end of this broadcast. So I love you and always appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to have tea and conversation with me. The water, thank you for your support. Know that I am praying for you. I'm praying for us. Until the Most High brings us back together again, may you prosper and be in good health. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. So next week, I didn't mention next week, more than likely we're going to have a health and wellness coach on next week. So come prepared to talk health and wellness, all right? And learn how to become healthier. All right? Let us plan for next week. If it's the Most High's will, we will be back here next Sunday, same time, same channel. So good night. Shalawam. I am your hostess, Kuala Yakaka, a voice of reasoning and justice, pardon me. Have a blessed and wonderful night and week. Be safe. I love you all. Shalawam. Shalawam Ahchwathyam.